Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Delias Paris and my channel is Indian Hen Farm. This entire series has been basically making a junk journal from start to finish and then adding all of our wonderful goodness into it. So you can see I have some blank pages and we're getting ready to go through, well, we've only got a few pages left in our journals, but then we'll go through and I'll show you how I finish it off. But last tutorial, we did these floating journaling cards with this little charm, and I'll link to that one below. If I remember, you know how I am. But this week, you know what I wanted to do? I created, this is towards the end, and in hindsight, I wish I'd done it closer in the beginning, but it doesn't matter. It's anywhere you want. I've got this invitation to play. And, you know, I so believe in the process of junk journaling as art therapy. I feel like when you get out of your head and you create something, and also even if you're journaling and you're also adding your little touches to it, it creates space for your brain to heal and for your mind to just take a moment, be in the moment, and, you know, just kind of get out of that, you know, critic in your head who can be a little bossy sometimes, right? So what I did here was I created this. Here, let me take some stuff out so you can see. I created this column of pockets, and I filled it with things that they can use. So I've got some little cards here that they can finish off. I've got some washi stickers. I've got some tickets, some little tickets, and I've got some blank, sorry, let me get these out, some blank tags, some more blank tags. This is some vellum that I put some washi tape that I used in this journal so they can peel it off and use this. I made a little corner and I started it for them, but I left it blank so they can decorate it themselves. And I think I'll put in a couple more of these, but some tea-dyed index cards. And then I've got some string that they can use for finishing off their tags. And the idea is that when they, you know, whoever purchases this journal can get inspired to either maybe make a tag by themselves, maybe they just use these supplies throughout the journal in spaces that they want, but it leaves some room for them to kind of have fun junk journaling as well. Maybe next time they don't buy a junk journal. Maybe next time they are inspired to make their own, which nothing would make me happier, to be honest. So let me grab the book we're working on together. We got this one. This is the one we've been doing from start to finish. I'm going to move this one out of the way and we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, most of this is paper and glue. You've got this. We've got this, right? So let me get this out of the way. And let's find a spot in this junk journal. We are so close, or I am at least. I don't know how many pages y'all put in yours, but I am so close. So I've got the envelope. I've got this spread, my junk journaling card. Oh my gosh, look. 4 or 5 pages. And I've already got the inspiration for my next book. So I'm super excited because you know what? We're gonna go through that one together too. Okay, so here's that. And I think we're gonna do this one. Wait, yeah, we're gonna do this one. So, you know how you get these paper packs sometimes when you buy them that look like this? And they've got all these different papers, and they're very inexpensive, which is, I mean, and they have all these florals. I know a lot of people use digitals now. I'm still kind of a hands-on girl. So this project is a great project for these little papers. I love these little papers that are like about this size. What is this? This is 2 inches wide by, 2.5 long. And I think this is a great use for them. So I'm going to pick out some of these. How many did I have? I don't even remember. Let's take a look. Oh, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Okay. And these books are pretty darn close to the same size. So, because both these journals, I've been kind of using roses. I pulled out some rose papers. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper and I'm just going to fold. Here, I'm going to move this out of the way so we can do this. I'm just going to fold these up a little bit. So what I do is I'll get it on the line of my mat. And that way they're pretty darn close to the same. Hold on. There's one. There's 2. There is 3. 4. And 5. And you can do these in different size papers. The reason I did kind of a thin column to the left is if they want, when they're done with this whole thing, they can put journaling paper in here, but they can also write on the rest of this page. So I kept it long and skinny, and that way I don't take much room away from them. Okay, so I'm going to use my Art Glitter Glue. It dries super fast. If you're new to paper crafting, it's my go-to. Okay, I'm just going to get a thin layer of glue here. Okay, oh, you know what? I'm going to grab my paper towel. It's right here. Sorry about that. You know, I go through everything and I look 3 times and then I still forget something. Yeah. Okay. 2. Did I get it all? Okay. This one looks a little wonky. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Now it's straight. Okay. Okay. 3. Do you guys ever do the count while you're counting? 1. I know. I am such a nerd. You can tell I grew up on Sesame Street. It's funny how different things are when we watch the stuff we grew up with versus the stuff that's kind of out there now, right? Okay, there we go. So I've got some pages. And I also wanted to use sort of a little one that can go across the bottom. Let's see. Okay. So I've got, let me see how I'm going to lay these out. Okay. 3. I think those 2 are too close together. Let's do this one, that one. I'll do, oh, it goes that way. Make sure you have your paper going the right way. 3, 4, and 5. There we go. That works. And let me see. Do I have another one of those little ones for across? I kind of liked the idea of one going the other way. Just looking in here to see if I have another one of those. Okay. Let's see. Let's do. That one's not a rose. I kind of want to stay with the rose theme. I get all prepared and then I forget something. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see if we fold this one down. Okay. I'm going to fold this way. because I'm going to make this pocket go that way. Yeah, that works. Okay. Or is that one kind of weird? Maybe. Okay, I'm just going to go with it. Otherwise, I'll be here all day. Okay. Let's glue this one. And the reason I'm folding and gluing these edges. Okay, so when I do a series of pockets, I like to double up that edge because it gives some strength just to the part where you're going to be going in and out constantly. If you're using super thick cardstock, you may not need to do this. I always feel like, I just want to protect that edge because that's where we're going to be sort of pushing our little fingers in and out. So, this one's the same as this one. Aw. Okay, Delias. You know what? Here we go. Gotta make it work. Make it work. Okay, let's go down. I'll just use this piece. See? Aren't you glad that I don't make it look too easy? There we go. We're going to do that. Okay. So one of the things I do like about these paper packs is sort of like, if you just want to do like a series of things, a lot of times the papers all kind of work together. Okay. Oh. There we go. All better. Okay. And I'm going to ink. Well, hold on. So I put a tuck on this one, on the big one. Here. I've got a little notch cut out to sort of, but these pockets are going to be all full. So they're going to know their pockets. And I put a notch on this one. I'm not going to do the notch on this one this time because I feel like I don't know. It's not, I feel like, it's kind of weird. So I'm going to keep the notch here. And then I've got this, as a tuck spot as well, right? A lot of times the reason we put these notches is sort of to let them know that they can put things in and out. But when I sell my junk journals, I fill all the pockets. So obviously they're going to know their pockets. And sometimes I just like the look better of not doing that. So on this one, I will put a notch. So I'm going to find my center. I've got 1, 2, 3, 3.5 inches. So there and there. There's my center. And I've got this 1-inch circle punch. You know what? I honestly feel like this is the only one you absolutely have to have. I mean, you don't even have to have this, to be honest, but it's the one that I use a lot. Okay, and I like a really narrow notch. I like the look of that better, but obviously make it as deep as you want. And I'm using Vintage Photo, Tim Holtz's ink. You can get these, just Google it. Vintage Photo is the one I use the most. Okay. And let's do these ones. Okay. Here we go. I do love inking things. Okay. And you could do these, again, you could mass make these. You can get them all ready and then add them. I do some mass making, but I find that each journal, I don't know. Okay, anyway. Let's see. So we had this one here. Did we? Yeah. This one here. This one here, this one here, and this one here, and this one here. Okay, this might be a little small of a journal, so I might not need as many pockets. Let's see. I'm going to keep that down just a little bit, make some space on the page so they know it's there. Here. Here and here. Okay. So, because I want to make this as also a tuck, I'm not going to glue them directly into my journal. I'm going to glue them on some heavier duty paper, and then I'll cut it out to add to my journal. So I have some cardstock. Grab a piece of that. And you can use cereal box or whatever you want. I'm going to use just a piece of this. I know I have a whole bunch of pieces around here, but let's not spend a whole lot of time looking for it. Y'all didn't come here to watch me look for stuff. Okay. So I'm just going to cut a chunk off. It's going to be more than enough. And I'm going to make sure I know that this is the same height as my page. So I know I feel a little jumbled. Don't worry. I get better with time. Okay. So I know I'm going to want to leave a little room there, maybe about that much to here. So I'm going to mark here. And that way I know how far to go. So let's get this here. Okay. So the reason I'm going to put this on the mat, and this is going to help me space out my pockets. So I've got one here. I'm going to see, let's see, do I want a whole inch? I might need an inch. Let's try an inch and see how that goes. So 1 inch down. 1 inch down. Another one. Another one. Oh my God, I think that's going to be perfect. Okay. And this one. We're going to cut this down a little. Okay. So. Okay. There and there. And I'm going to put this one like that. Okay. And that works perfect. So sometimes it doesn't. On the last journal, I had to do like an inch and a quarter. So just space them out. And if you don't want them perfectly aligned, easy peasy, right? Don't even worry about it. Okay. So I'm going to flip these over right here. And I'm going to start gluing. Because this is a pocket, I'm gluing here, here, and here. And leaving this folded edge unglued. I know y'all know that, but just in case, I don't want anyone to get going and be like, oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, you know what? Let's use this piece of paper as a glue page. Okay. My husband's like, what is this thing? And it's usually got ink all over it and glue. And he's like, do I throw this away? And I'm like, no, that's a glue paper. I use them and use them and use them. So just a thin line. Okay. And a lot of times, let's get that as close as we can. Okay. A lot of times, if you watch my videos, you'll see that I put in, I'll put something in the pocket. This time I'm not. I actually kind of want them to be a little close. Or a little tight. But if you want ease, so if you, instead of just gluing it, if you took a piece of paper, here I'm just going to take, and you bunched it up and sort of put it in and then glued it, it leaves some space in that pocket that's easier to get in and out of. Which I do most of the time, but I'm not going to do it on this one because I liked them tighter. Okay, here we go. One here. One here. Okay. this one on. Let's just make sure we're at an inch. Sorry. 1 inch. Come on. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Where did I put it? Ah, got a piece of washi tape. I'm just going to tape that down so it doesn't move around on me. Okay, there's one. Here's our next one. Okay. My mind has been a little occupied. There's a place locally, okay, that helps kids from troubled homes, I guess is how you'd call it. And I contacted them about doing a class for the kids on making junk journals. Because I know that that's a hard situation. And so they liked the idea, and actually going to do my orientation this coming week. But I've been thinking about, like, how do I make sure that, here we go, that they can make a junk journal. What if they're only there a short time? So I've been kind of thinking in my head, like, how to do it. Okay, and I've got this one and this one. Here's our lines. So I'm going to glue, you know what? I'm just going to cut this down just so I can see it really easily. Not all the way, but most of the way. Okay. So I've been just thinking about, like, oh, do I do notebooks? Do I do entire books? I really kind of want to do a whole book with them because I think that when you're younger, especially, like, this idea that you can make something and, like, oh my gosh, I made this, right? It's so much fun. Or at least that you can tell that's the kid I was. I love to make it stuff. Still do. Okay. I'm going to put this underneath here for a second just because I don't know if that glue's exact. And, okay. Here and here. I'm going to get that up. Make sure it's, there we go. Okay. Aw, makes me so happy. And that glue was not right. See? Okay, there we go. Okay. Uh-oh. I moved it a little. There we go. Okay. Make sure I've got... Okay. And there's our column. Really easy. And now each of these is a pocket. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off, which I'm sure you guys figured that part out. But some days, there are days where if you don't tell me, I'll be like, wait, what'd you do? Okay. So let me get this first part off. I really enjoy using my paper trimmer for almost everything I can because it makes it so nice and neat. And honestly, my cutting is not the best. So I'm going to bring this up and get this lined here. Straight lines are not. And now all I have to do is cut here. And I feel much more confident cutting one small straight line. Okay. There we go. Easy peasy. Ah! Okay, so if you have a rounded corner journal, which this one is rounded corners, the other one's straight, which, yeah. On the rounded corners, I would round this corner and this corner to make it match the corners of your journal. This one is straight, or I guess straight edge. Is that how you say it? Straight edge? My husband laughs at me because I make up words. Yeah. So I'm not going to do that on this one. What I am going to do is ink all along the edge. Just to make it pop a little. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, so my mind's been on sort of, oh, you know what? Let me cut this excess off. Yeah. Huh? There we go. Okay. On sort of how to make sure that, you know, I make it fun and interesting and make it so that they can, you know, if for some reason something comes up, they're far enough along that they can take it with them. Okay, there we go. And now, I'm sure you know what we're going to do. We're going to glue this in here and here so that the rest of it forms a tuck. Okay. I do think I'm going to round just this corner because it looks a little sharp. I'm going to use my little, wait, can I get in there? Uh-oh. Yeah, it's not going to work. So we're going to have to do this by hand. There. Doesn't that look, it just softens that corner. Yeah, I like that better. Let me just ink a little more. Let me make sure that's nice. Okay, that works. Okay, so I'm going to take some of Isabel's old homework. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. She'll yell and scream at me. I'm going to take... Oh, here's all my little pieces of cardstock. See? Now I find them. And I'm just going to use this so that I don't... Okay. And so I'm gluing here and all the way up. I have another edge that's so funny. I forgot to cut those off, didn't I? There we go. Perfect. Gotta stop saying perfect. I've been trying to train myself not to do it as much. What's my thing? Good is good enough. Okay. Come on. You know, your art glitter glue dries so fast. That if you don't get the pen in it right away. Okay. What's going on? Here we go. And straight down. I'm trying to figure out the next journal is a surprise for someone. And they watch my channel. So I was trying to decide, do I walk away from the fact that they're going to see everything as I do it? Or do I tell them they can't watch my channel for a while? Because it's going to be a gift. Okay. Let's make sure. Yep. Nice and straight there. And I see that I have some jagged edges on that page anyway when I cut it. Hold on. Just go like this. Little chunk. Usually I fix any imperfections when I'm done. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so pretty. Okay. And let's just make sure it's down. Okay. Easy peasy, right, guys? Okay. So then you could do a little belly band here if you wanted. Yeah, because I want to keep this video not going too crazy long because I know y'all have busy lives. I'm not going to do that now. But you could decorate these pockets. I left mine because they're going to be filled with so much stuff that, you know, it already has enough going on. And what I did with this, I'm sure you guys can figure this out. I took a piece of vellum and then I just, you know, cut my piece of washi tape and stuck them on there. And that way they can pull this off and use it. But they can also use the vellum when they're done. So I'm just going to transfer these onto here just so you can see. I've got some tags. I've got some string. These are some little corner things. And I just finished it with some washi, but I left that blank, like I said, so they can have some fun playing with it. And then we just fill up these pockets, right? And we can put stuff in there that lets them make their own tags and different things for their junk journals. And I just think that this is a great, if I were, especially if I were new, but even if I wasn't, I would be all excited when I get in this page. I'd be like, oh my gosh, now I get to play. Yay. And let's put in another little sticker. Okay. And we'll make this look a little nicer. And such a great use of a page and gives them some time to have some fun. So listen, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, hit the like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And if you want to share the video, absolutely fine with me. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.